Hey, my name's Eric. I'm making a game. That game is called the Godkiller. I spent most of the day working on Facetool, which is the tool that I'm using for my game to define some facial animation stuff. And it's a little bit controversial, maybe, or at least most people that know something about animation would say, why would you do it that way? But I think I know what I'm doing. I wrote my own tool to do lip animation. I think it's pretty good. More than that, I'm being humble. I think it's better than many other options. Most other options, even ones that people have spent a lot of time working on. And actually, it's better for my purposes, for my specific purposes, than tools that other people have spent a lot of time on. So I'm going to demo it real quick. You're not going to be very impressed by it. I don't think you will. But it's fast and it works. Fast meaning the time to author is fast. So first, I'm going to hit play here, okay? And I'll show you like the typical amount of time I would spend on creating lip animation. The task is, and I won't explain it as I do it, not for the first time, but the task is that this text here up at the top, "Oh little nothing you have strayed," needs to have corresponding lip animation events that will cause the mouth to show the right viseme or lip animation frame as the corresponding audio plays. Okay. I'm not going to explain why I'm doing it first. I'll just do it real quick. Jesus. I say this and actually I just realized after I started on this stream that there's a broadcast delay. So that's going to mess with me a little bit, but I think I can still do it. Okay, so start over. You have strayed. And that broadcast latency really sucks because you can't see the animation timed up to the lip movements. Yeah, that does suck for broadcasting, but not for the tool. The tool works just fine. If I play it without streaming it, everything syncs up. In other words. Let me think. I could probably get it to show correctly without the latency if I was playing on my other computer. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, I'll explain what I'm doing. So this is the source text. And there is some algorithm that automatically creates a phonetic representation underneath. It uses Carnegie Mellon University's dictionary of, it's a phonetic dictionary basically. It maps English text to the phonetic representation of it. So you have a way to pronounce it using these phonemes. These phonemes are ARPA-bit codes. That's just a code that you can use to express a phoneme. It's a standard. when I move my cursor inside of this text box, it plays the corresponding audio from the audio clip that's in the location that I'm at. So,
oh, little nothing, you have strayed.
Okay, so you heard the clip there just kind of played without it being chopped up. This is basically audio scrubbing. As I move through, okay. So the cursor position controls which part of the audio is going to play. The phoneme controls what the animated face will look like. It's going to pick the viseme that corresponds to the phoneme. So I've got a mapping of phoneme to viseme, and it will show here with this face here the visual representation of the phoneme. Okay, that's a viseme, is the visual representation of the phoneme. So all I'm doing when I put spaces in is try to get these phonemes to match to the sound that I'm listening to. So at the beginning, I hear the O sound, O. That's the same thing as this phoneme. It corresponds to this word O. And as I move my cursor to the right, so I just barely start to hear a little bit of the L there, but I wait till it's clearer. There I can definitely hear the L. So that's the right amount of space to have between these two phonemes. So now I hear the I sound, which is this part of the word. And then there's a T. Yeah, I know. It's just some preview art. It's just there to give some idea what the mouth animations is going to look like. Yeah, I'm bummed that my broadcasting is showing the audio and the animation out of sync. It's not actually showing that if I run it just purely locally, but I've got like this streaming setup where I've got one system that runs an air server and the development machine broadcasts over to it so that I don't get a big CPU hit for encoding to send off to Twitch. But it does have a delay, so if I hit the preview key,
oh, little nothing, you have strayed.
It's showing a little bit off sync, which is it's a bummer. On my system, if I'm not broadcasting, it looks perfect. Yeah. But got like all these videos that I made earlier. Maybe I can get them to play. I think it'll work. Okay, go to my channel. I've got all these animations that I created. Let me see. Is it gonna play?
Hey, to my people out there, just want to say I am humbled to be the boss of bosses, and I couldn't do it without you. Well, okay, I could do it without you, but that would suck for you, right?
All right.
Anyhow, stay hard in the...
So I use the same kind of authoring system to just do a whole bunch of audio in the past. And the characters, they have like a standardized palette of emotions and stuff. It worked pretty good. So I think it will fit my purposes. I have succeeded in resurrecting it, but there are still some refinements to make. So I'm not going to be on too much longer on this stream, but next on the list is I do want to make it so I can delete phonemes, because when you get a whole bunch together, it's actually better animation to just take some out. Earlier I just stopped it from being able to delete it, just to, I don't know, kind of trying to make it idiot proof, I guess. A few hotkeys, but then the most important thing, I might save this for next weekend, is just to get the flow of data in and out of this tool correct. So I should be able to have like a list of a bunch of lines and audio clips that come in with some kind of manifest or reading from a directory that has all the resources in it. And then these lines will come up, and then as soon as I'm done with one line, I hit N or some key to go to the next one. And then I just kind of go through them really fast. Just kind of blow through all the Visine mapping. That's suggesting that I have a whole bunch of clips on hand. I don't yet. I haven't got my VO sessions set up correct. They're not set up yet. COVID kind of fucked that up. But yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm at on that. Goose, what's going on? You just caught me right at the end of my stream. What kind of automation are you even talking about? It's 3:44 a.m. I'm assuming, because you're in the UK. I think I understand the time travel between our different countries. And there's some kind of automation that you're building robots, and the robots are going to do your chores for you. I don't know what's going on. Automation for content failures and image failures. You had an API set up, but decided you're going to run it on Azure pipelines instead. Is this still part of like that mobile app that you're doing? You're onto something else. Yeah, I'm missing a little bit of context here, but it sounds interesting. Well, I just didn't want you to take it personally if I shut the stream down right when you show up. Yeah. All right. Well, Cicada, Goose, I'm going to shut it down a little bit quick. Yeah, just a little stream on this one. All right. Have a good night.